A big thank you to InstaWP for sponsoring this video. InstaWP is a great way to create, test and deploy WordPress websites in just one click. Today you're going to see how I recreated this 1985 world famous cover from the National Geographic just using WordPress. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, why on earth is somebody recreating a magazine cover? Good question. Just using WordPress. Well, I was reading The Week, which is what I get weekly. It's called The Week. And I was looking at it and thinking, well, there's some really interesting design challenges and it would be really fun because the stuff you trying to recreate this in WordPress, you can take that onto a website. And when you think about it, the web design industry has only been around for, I guess, 30 years, is it? 1995? Probably about 30 years, whereas the print design industry has been around for hundreds of years. So it's quite good to look back. So if you want to see more of these types of videos where I take something that's not online and try and recreate it in WordPress, give the video a thumbs up. And there is actually loads of learning in this video, which I think you'll find useful, such as how to create pretty much any kind of layout just using core Gutenberg blocks, how to use AI intelligently, well, tell me afterwards, intelligently within a design. We're going to look at the group block and how you can use the group block, how you can stack the group block and how you can use the row block. It will become clear in the video. And also block spacing. To make it as easy as possible for you to follow along, I've split my screen into two. My WordPress website is over on the left. The National Geographic design that I'm trying to copy is over on the right. I'm starting over on the left with just the base 2024 theme. I'm going to start by creating a new front page template. So I'm going into the site editor here. And then all I'm going to do is come down to templates. I'm going to click on this plus sign up here to add a new template. And then I'm just going to choose front page. And I just want to create a blank page to start with. So I'm not going to choose any of these preset patterns. Close that down. So now I have a nice blank canvas to start my design. Now I think what I'm going to do, I think this is going to be a group block behind it. And then within the group block, I'm going to add a cover block. And then hopefully I can add a border to the cover block. Then within the cover block, I can add lots of these items and I'll show you how I can lay those out. I think that's the theory, but let's start. So I'm going to add the group block to start with. So I'm hitting the shortcut / and then just typing group. And I just want one single column. So I choose that option there. That just sets my container essentially. You see if I click on the list view, I have one group block. Now what I'm going to do with this group block is just add a background color so I can see what I'm doing. You can see you can set a background color here. I'm just going to go and nab this color over on the right. I can just pick that yellow and then come across here to my site and choose that as the background color down here. That's my background color. Now, it doesn't look very good at the moment, but I'm going to use the cover block to actually give it the proportions. So I'm going to click on the plus sign to add the cover block, just search for it and then add it into that group block. Just like so. And then I'm going to choose Media Library and choose my AI generated image. And for the AI image, I actually used the new alpha of Midjourney, which you can see up on your screens now, which is just fantastic. It gives you all sorts of controls, so you don't have to use Discord. It's a far more creative way to create your AI images. And you'll see it's the wrong proportion. So click on the styles panel here, and then you want to make sure you have the cover block selected. Click on the list view up here if you're in any doubt at all. Make sure you've got that selected. Now we can use the new aspect ratio down here that's coming with WordPress 6.5, which is great. So we want classic portrait. So now we have the proportions right. Then I want to change the overlay opacity. I want to click on the group block up here. You can see how we've already got a border. I want to say inner blocks don't use content width. You can see how it's actually squishing my image a bit. I want this to be full width. Now you can see we've got rid of the margins, but all we need to do is come to styles and the group block itself. And we're just going to add a bit of padding to the sides and the top. And that will give us our nice yellow border. We probably want a bit more than that. So we've got the group block behind it, but now we've got the inner block, the cover block with a nice border. We can probably see that's not too bad at all. So we've got the base sort of layout looking pretty good. Now I want to put a little border on the cover block. So again, you could use the list view for this. I have it selected. And you can see here as well, actually, I've got the cover block selected. Click on styles, come to the bottom here, and just give it a little border so you can play around with this. That looks pretty good. You can also change the color of the border here if you want to. So that's our base layout. That's looking pretty good. Now we want to start to fill out this information here. Now, essentially what we've got is just a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm going to start with this top bit. Now with the cover block, what you can actually do is with this little dot matrix here, you can position the first bit of content in your page, which is great. So I'm going to choose that option there. You can see it, you can play around with this. You can sort of flip around naturally where the first bit of content goes. And that's where the first bit is going to go. Now we've actually got 3 blocks to make up this kind of header up here. we've got a paragraph block, an image block, and another paragraph block. And I'm going to use the row block for this. So /row, and let's click on the list view so you can see that. There's my cover block with a row block within it. And what I'm going to do is add a paragraph block in first. This is my first block. Just type my text. Once you're in the row block, you can actually just hit return and it creates the next section for you. You can see here in the list view, a little tip for you. And in the second one, I'm actually going to add the image block. And to create the unique logo for my website, I simply took a screenshot of the National Geographic logo, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and then I asked the AI to create a similar version, but create it as a transparent PNG that I could use on my website. And you'll see in a minute, there's my logo that I created again with AI. You'll see in a minute, it'll start to align itself automatically, and I'll show you how to do that. It's not at the moment. So there's my image block, and now I hit return again, and that creates the space for this third section, which is June 1985. A great year. Now all we need to do is select the row block itself, and you can see here we can actually change the alignment so we can justify it. There we go. My logo's too big. Let's just squish that down a little bit. That's not bad at all. And so that's kind of the top bit done. We probably want to add a little bit of margin above that. So we come to the row block itself, and let's just check. Yeah, we can add a bit of top margin. So if I click on that little margin option there, I can actually select top, and then just add a little bit of top margin. You can see you can play with that. Then we've got this bit of text here, and I've used AI to find out what that text is. To find out the fonts that we used, I simply uploaded a screenshot to ChatGPT and asked it what the fonts were. So a good tip on this is select your row block here and go add after. That just kind of creates the space for you to write this. Now this is a heading, so I'm going to go /heading and then just type the words. And if you want to do this easily, you can do a soft return. So you just hold down shift and hit return, and that creates you that next line without having to add another block. Then we just want to align that text to the center. And now we can size it. You can see here, down here, you can set a custom size with the different units. That's not bad at all. It's got a bit too much line space. So in typography, we can actually change the line space by clicking on these three dots here and come to line height. And we could just bump that down a bit like so if we want to. That's too much. Play around with that. It's not identical, but we're kind of just trying to get the spirit of the thing. That's not bad at all, actually. Now for this section here, you can see we've got this bit of text down here, and we've got this gap. Now there are a number of ways you can do this. My purist WordPress friends will not like me for doing this, but the easiest way is to actually just add the spacer block. So that just adds vertical space between your blocks. It really has no implications in terms of accessibility. It's accessibly friendly because screen readers ignore it. So I'm okay with using the spacer block. So I'm just going to hit return. That creates space for me to add these, and these really are just paragraph blocks, I think. So I'm just going to type the text in. And again, I'm going to hit soft return here because I don't want extra blocks in here. Now, what I am going to do here actually is I think I'm going to group these so I can actually put these, you see these little dividers here. If I don't group them and stack them, I think these dividers will go full width. So again, this is a good tip. I'm going to group that paragraph block like so, and I'm going to stack it. This option here, you can stack them, which means they're going to stack vertically. And let me show you that. So that's now, if I add that little divider after this, which is /divider, separator rather, there it is, separator. Can you see how it's now stacking nicely underneath it, which is kind of what I want. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just duplicate these fellas here. So let's duplicate those a few times. You can also, with your spacer blocks, you can actually change the color on them as well. And here is the finished result. My attempt is over on the left. The real cover is over on the right. It's pretty good. I've got the main features in place. I've got that nice border, yellow border with the nice white border around the cover block. Used the row block up here and then a heading block, the spacer block here, and then I've stacked this group block here. I've done a bit of finessing down here to make this look a little bit nicer as well. But overall, I think it's a pretty good effort and hopefully shows you what's possible just with the core Gutenberg blocks. A few facts about the photo. So Afghan Girl is a 1984 photographic portrait of Sharbat Gula, an Afghan refugee in Pakistan during the Soviet-Afghan War. It was actually on the front cover in 1985 of National Geographic, and it was taken by Steve McCurry, who didn't actually take her name at the time, but she was tracked down about 30 years later, I think, and she's doing okay. I think she migrated to Italy. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to see more videos like this, Hopefully you do. Hit the thumbs up button down below. Also, it'd be great if you can hit the thumbs up button, because it makes a huge difference in terms of how many people actually get to see the video. It really does. So thank you if you can hit that like button now. And also, every time you do hit that like button, our cats get a little treat. Got tons of exciting content coming your way. So if you want to see that, hit subscribe and you'll be notified when it comes out. Thanks again for watching. Keep well, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.